Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. The dangerous weather, high waves, and a risk of flooding as millions of Americans travel for the holiday weekend, and the new terror threat ahead of New Year's Eve. First, the race to protect the coast. Officials building a fortress to protect towns in Southern California from the onslaught of massive waves, some up to 40 feet high. And they're on the lookout for more rogue waves, like the one that injured at least 8 people, sweeping away cars, flooding homes and businesses. All of this as the record-breaking holiday rush is on. The TSA screening nearly 2.5 million travelers each day. Our Will Carr from Southern California and Somara Theodore timing out the forecast and what to expect on New Year's Eve. The new security threats from an al-Qaeda affiliate ahead of the holiday, how TSA is responding, and why law enforcement is on high alert, calling places like Times Square an attractive target for violent extremists. The dramatic shootout in Las Vegas, the carjackings and police chase, a man accused of killing his own mother and an innocent bystander. And police say they may have foiled the suspect's plot to ambush officers, uncovering an arsenal of weapons, how they took him down. Overseas tonight, thousands of Israelis call for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to step down, with more than 100 hostages still in captivity as the fighting between Israel and Hamas intensifies in southern Gaza. Britt Clennett from Tel Aviv. The death toll rising in Russia and Ukraine. Video circulating online shows a strike on a city in southwestern Russia one day after Russian drones and missiles killed dozens in Ukraine. The urgent search for a missing high school exchange student from China, believed to have been kidnapped in Utah. The FBI now assisting in the search. Powerball fever. The jackpot soars past $750 million. And America strong tonight, the airman and his canine best friend, their heartwarming reunion.
From ABC News World Headquarters in New York, this is World News Tonight.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us on this Saturday. I'm Whit Johnson. We're following a major weather threat as we come on the air and a potential impact on travel as millions hit the roads and skies ahead of New Year's Eve. Much of the West Coast racing to fortify beach communities from potential flooding and massive waves reaching up to 40 feet in some places. Officials are also on alert for more of those rogue waves and potentially life-threatening conditions. Crews building large sand barriers in Ventura County. First responders warning residents to stay away from the beach and warning of powerful riptides. Local residents surveying the devastation left by powerful waves, one seaside hotel inundated by mud and sand. All of this expected to have an impact on airports coming during what has been a record week for holiday travel. Meteorologist Somara Theodore standing by with the forecast. But first, ABC's Will Carr leading us off from Southern California.
Tonight, evacuation warnings in Southern California as massive waves slam the coastline. Officials racing to build a fortress of sand on the beaches in Ventura County. Those beaches closed through New Year's Eve after 3 days of coastal flooding and this rogue wave exploding over the seawall, crashing into several people, including the bicyclist seen in lime green in this video.
Like a Hollywood movie, it just came from nowhere. And everyone was surprised by it.
At least 8 people rushed to the hospital. Good Samaritans racing to save this lifeguard, dragging them away from the dangerous surf.
This is like one of the rooms.
The waves sweeping mud and sand through the inn on the beach, Judy Thomas's hotel.
It was like a tsunami from what you've seen on the news, and it just came suddenly. The people that were up on the second floor in the first room there, they got wet.
Firefighters urging residents to stay away from the berms and the life-threatening riptides.
Our ultimate message is to keep everybody safe and to please heed our warnings because we have them in place for a reason.
High surf alerts stretching across nearly all of the California coastline. In Northern California, isolated waves up to 40 feet. Storms inundating the state, some areas drenched by more than 3 inches of rain during what TSA says is a record-breaking holiday travel season, screening 2.4 million travelers each day this week.
While there are people out here tonight, authorities here in Ventura County are keeping the beaches closed through tomorrow, although they do tell us that they are cautiously optimistic now that high tide is past. Whit.
And we can see those sand barriers behind you, Will. Thank you. For more on what that storm is going to do, let's get right to ABC's meteorologist, Somara Theodore. Samara, what can we expect for New Year's Eve?
Whit, the good news is this storm on the West Coast is moving out just in time for the holiday weekend festivities. The high surf alerts are now expiring and the storm is diminishing in intensity. Any holiday weekend plans look good for tonight, but just as the holiday weekend wraps up, another storm moves in Tuesday. This will bring rain to cities like San Francisco and Seattle. In the meantime, much of the country is feeling the chill, even Florida. There are frost advisories and freeze warnings in place for Jacksonville. Overnight lows will bottom out just around freezing for the southeast. If you're planning on ringing in the new year here in Times Square, this is what you need to know. Layer up. Temps may say 40 at midnight, but it'll feel much colder. While the bulk of your time will be dry, there's a chance we could see a light shower. Nonetheless, much of the country will be dry as we ring in the year 2024. Whit?
All right, we will take that, Samara. Thank you. We turn now to the new terror threat as millions of Americans hit the roads and skies during this busy holiday weekend. ABC's Nguyen joining us now from Reagan National Airport. And the TSA is now responding to this.
Yeah, absolutely, Whit. At this time, the TSA is responding to a video that was recently released just this week by Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, which calls for attacks against Jewish and Western targets, among them American, British, and French airlines and high-profile economic figures. In the instructional videos, AQAP uses the Israel-Hamas war to incite would-be terrorists. TSA now saying it's aware of the video, adding it's in close contact with the Department of Homeland Security and that foreign terrorist organizations routinely highlight transportation modes during the holidays. The TSA says they're not aware of any credible threats resulting from that video. Law enforcement already on high alert this holiday weekend with major events like the ball drop in Times Square, expecting massive crowds. And police warn these major events make for an attractive target for violent extremists. And so tonight, law enforcement, while they are urging everyone to go ahead and enjoy the New Year's, at this point, they're saying you have to stay vigilant. And if you see something, say something. Whit?
And Nguyen reporting for us tonight. Thank you. Authorities in Las Vegas say they may have foiled a large-scale attack after a high-speed chase and shootout with police. The suspect's mother and another man were killed before police fatally wounded the gunman. Officers finding a cache of weapons they say belonged to the suspect. Here's ABC's Phil Lipof with details.
This dramatic video showing police in Las Vegas opening fire on a gunman they say went on a deadly shooting spree and may have been plotting a larger attack on authorities.
We recovered numerous electronic devices, trail cameras, bulletproof vests, tactical helmets, and other firearms, numerous military manuals, and documents about police responses to mass casualty incidents.
Police say the rampage started with Justin Davidson, dressed in camouflage and a tactical vest, firing a gun near his childhood home before dawn Wednesday, his parents driving out to find him.
The suspect began to fire towards his parents, striking and killing his mother.
Davidson's father escaping unharmed just as officers arrived, immediately taking fire themselves. Police say Davidson, armed with these two rifles, then stole a police cruiser, leading officers on a high-speed chase to this gas station, where he carjacked this truck.
He is still armed with his rifle, and he is ordering the occupants of the blue truck out.
Moments later, Davidson carjacking another vehicle from a different gas station, this time an officer opening fire. Authorities say during the chase, Davidson stole a third vehicle, a white van, fatally shooting the driver, Jerry Lopez Martinez. The father of 7 headed to work that morning, according to his wife.
Jerry was just being a good citizen, pulled over because he's seen cop cars coming. I want Jerry to be remembered for the amazing man that he is, the loving father that he was.
Authorities opening fire as the van pulls off. Police later finding Davidson dead inside the vehicle. Tonight, investigators are still searching his properties.
They also found a notebook. Inside was a diagram of a potential ambush situation, indicating the suspect was preparing for an armed confrontation with law enforcement.
While the investigation continues, police have not released a motive yet here, though they do tell us Davidson has a lengthy criminal history dating back to 2009 with gun and drug charges, his most recent arrest in November for DUI.
Phil Lipof, thank you. Overseas now in the war between Israel and Hamas, thousands of protesters demanding Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu step down over his handling of the war with hostages still in captivity. Tonight, new images from our team on the ground in southern Gaza. Gunfire and explosions can be heard nearby. ABC's Britt Clennett reporting from Tel Aviv.
Tonight, outrage in Tel Aviv. Thousands of Israelis rallying against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's handling of the war against Hamas. Up in arms that more than 100 hostages are still held in Gaza.
Also growing louder for Netanyahu to step down. The message here tonight is dismiss him now.
Civilians.
Officer Shemesh has 3 close friends still captive.
I want them to put this topic first priority. More than anything, more than military targets, more than any other political aspirations.
Former U.S. peace negotiator Dennis Ross attending the protest in solidarity with the hostages.
There needs to be more pressure put on Hamas. The illegitimacy of their actions needs to be much more prominent.
The IDF says it discovered tunnels of Hamas's general headquarters in northern Gaza and a hideout apartment belonging to General Yahya Sinwar. In the video they released, the IDF prepares explosives and destroys the structure. Netanyahu today saying the war will continue for many more months. Tonight, the fierce fighting in southern Gaza intensifying as Israeli troops expand their ground offensive. And the UN reports a surge in people fleeing further south to Rafah. Our producer on the ground in Han Yunis, explosions and gunfire in the distance.
It's really scaring, and nobody here, all the people evacuated from Khan Yunis to Al-Mawasi, except, the fighter and the Israeli in Khan Yunis.
The humanitarian crisis in Gaza worsening by the hour. Refugees have set up makeshift camps in front of mosques.
And with the State Department announcing more military support for Israel, bypassing Congress for a second time to greenlight an emergency arms sale worth $147.5 million, which includes artillery shells and related equipment.
Britt Clennett, our thanks to you tonight. The battle between Russia and Ukraine also escalating after deadly missile and rocket attacks across several Russian cities. This video circulating online shows the moment of a strike on Belgorod. Pedestrians can be seen running for cover. The attacks coming after numerous Russian strikes this week that killed dozens in Ukraine. Here's ABC's Lama Hassan.
Tonight, Ukraine appearing to hit back, striking the city center of the Russian regional capital of Belgorod, here in video circulating online. Ukraine launching dozens of missiles and rockets, according to Russian authorities, pounding targets in what was a fierce attack on southwestern Russia, Belgorod just 25 miles from Ukraine's border. On the ground, firefighters doused cars set ablaze by falling ordnance, and rescuers rushed to save those injured. Air raid sirens sent people running for cover, the impact of the blast shattering the windows of several buildings. In a rare admission, the Russian Defense Ministry saying at least 20 people were killed, including 3 children, and more than 100 others injured, making this one of the deadliest days for Russian civilians. It comes a day after Russia launched its biggest barrage since their invasion nearly 2 years ago. 158 missiles and drones overwhelming Ukrainian air defenses, killing at least 39 people in a brutal 10-hour assault on 6 major cities. This maternity hospital in Dnipro, where a dozen women were to give birth, hit hard. And Russia continuing its terror campaign tonight, pummeling the Ukrainian city of Kharkiv and damaging a hotel housing foreign journalists, injuring at least 19. With the U.S. Embassy in Kyiv with a dire dispatch on Friday warning of an increase in Russian attacks in Ukraine this holiday weekend, and Ukrainian officials fearing that critical infrastructure like power plants could be targeted, making a cold winter even colder.
And that war nearly completing its second year. Lama, thank you. We turn now to the urgent search in Utah for a foreign exchange student from China reported kidnapped. The high school student's parents say the kidnappers sent them a photo of their son demanding a ransom for his safe return. The FBI is now assisting local authorities. Here's ABC's Zoreen Shah.
Tonight, police in Riverdale, Utah, searching for a missing foreign exchange student after his parents in China say they received a ransom note along with a photo of their son. Officials say 17-year-old Kai Zhuang's host family last saw him Wednesday evening and said they were unaware he had gone missing. Police saying in a statement that there was no evidence to suggest he was forcefully taken from the home. Police sending out an endangered person advisory yesterday after a call from the teenager's high school who alerted authorities about the ransom note and photo the teen's parents in China received. The FBI, U.S. Embassy in China, and Chinese officials have now joined the investigation. And with so far, no suspect has been identified in this case. With
Zoreen Shah for us tonight. Thank you. Maine Secretary of State revealing she's now receiving threats following her decision to remove Donald Trump from the state's primary ballot. Police reporting that Secretary of State Shenna Bellows' home was the target of a swatting incident last night. Authorities say an unknown caller claimed to have broken into the house, triggering a police response. She was not there at the time. Authorities finding no sign of a break-in. There is still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Saturday. The search for answers in Michigan after a deadly house explosion. And Paula Abdul sues a former American Idol producer for sexual assault. Next tonight, authorities are on the scene of a deadly house explosion in Michigan near Ann Arbor. Police say at least 3 people were killed, 3 others hurt in the massive blast. The home leveled. Debris scattered in every direction. The cause of the explosion is under investigation. Paula Abdul is reportedly suing former American Idol producer Nigel Lithgow, accusing him of sexual assault. According to Variety and Rolling Stone, Abdul alleges that he tried to assault her twice, the first time during one of the early seasons of American Idol, and years later when he invited her to his house for dinner. The suit also reportedly accuses Lithgow of harassment and bullying. He could not be reached for comment. When we come back, a passing to note, the beloved actor known for his diverse roles. And the Powerball jackpot creeps closer to $1 billion. To the index now, Los Angeles County is reinstating mask mandates for staff and visitors to healthcare facilities after a recent upswing in COVID-19 infections. Some hospitals in Massachusetts and Wisconsin also with similar requirements. Los Angeles officials say despite the recent increase in new infections, hospitalizations, and deaths, the numbers remain below last winter's peak. The process of applying for college financial aid could soon become a bit easier. The Education Department is expected to debut its new online FAFSA application, which allows families and students to provide financial information to schools. The revamp is supposed to simplify the process, but it will also include new ways that aid is calculated. And a passing to note tonight, actor Tom Wilkinson has died. Known for his incredible range and versatility, he appeared in more than 130 movies and TV shows, including The Full Monty, Michael Clayton, and Batman Begins. Tom Wilkinson was 75. Lottery fever is building, the Powerball jackpot reaching a whopping $760 million, or $383 million if you elect the cash option to get it all at once. Either way, the drawing is tonight if you want to have a chance at becoming a multi-millionaire in 2024. Good luck. When we come back, the heartwarming reunion. A former military bomb-sniffing dog goes to his forever home. Finally tonight, America Strong, the retired military dog, and his journey home.
That whistle marking the call to a dear old friend. U.S. Air Force Staff Sergeant Michael Alcala reuniting for the first time in 2 years with his beloved companion, John.
Oh, yeah, thank you, buddy.
John was trained as an explosives detection dog for years, working with Sergeant Alcala out of Joint Base Pearl Harbor, Hickam in Hawaii.
John means a lot to me. He was my best friend, and he got me through each day. And whenever it was getting hard, he would always lift my spirits.
The duo was inseparable until Sergeant Alcala was transferred in 2021.
It was really hard leaving John on the island, so I made him a promise when I would come back for him in some sort of way to make sure that he came home with me and was able to live out the rest of his life on my couch.
Making good on that promise when John retired from military service just weeks ago with help from American Humane.
Welcome home, military working dog John.
Woo! Welcome home, John.
Good job, buddy.
John meeting the rest of his forever family, making the quick transition from a life of service to spoiled with love.
It just fills my heart to have him with me.
Good boy. Thank you.
To have my best friend at my side again, just pure happiness and joy for him to finally get the retirement he deserves.
A beautiful reunion. Cheers to a great retirement. I'm Whit Johnson in New York. Have a great night.
Thank you for making World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast.